Hello everyone, Logan here with another Kickstarter coming, this time on November 1st. This is Convergents. It's by IION Games, and it's got 2 player modes, one for 2 players, and then one for players 1 to 6, usually 1 to 5, but 1 to 6 if a player actually wants to take control of the villain aspect of the game. This game is so massive and has so many cards, we're going to have to take a look at this game in 3 different videos. We're going to do a quick preview. This box is for the Project Canada team box. But we're going to do a preview, a look at all the cards and the team decks, the pre-constructed decks. We're going to take a look at them real quick. We're going to do another video that's just a review of the game. Another video that's the gameplay. So let's go ahead and take it to the table and let's look at what is in the pre-constructed decks of the box.
Okay, so here we have the 4 team boxes for Convergence. We have the 2 villain boxes, basically on the bottom, and the 2 hero teams on the top. These are all the team boxes that you'll be able to pledge on during the Kickstarter. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the villain boxes, because who doesn't like to start with the villains, right? Villains are awesome. So this first one right here is the Shogunate. Let's see a little symbol right there. And these boxes come with about 104 cards in the team boxes. I say about because it all depends on stretch goals, different things that get unlocked during the Kickstarter campaign. But they come with a 54 card pre-constructed deck, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at each one and do a rundown of the cards. The cards basically have 5 different types of cards. First, there's the team leader. This one is the Daimyo. So you can see he has, this is the Shogunate symbol right there. Underneath are, because the currencies that you'll gain, the resources you gain at whenever you first bring him into play at the beginning during the setup, you'll get 2 blue. The blue are civilians. You'll get 2 civilian tokens to add to your resources. Up here, the 14. This is his life total, and they have little different abilities. Down here is the Has ability, which is always in effect. It says once per battle, when you reveal an object, you gain 1 ritual token. And they got little abilities you can pay to activate the abilities during the game. Like this, you can pay 1 civilian, lose a ritual token. Target character has +1 health. And down here, the red symbol is for clout. At the beginning of every turn, you gain 10 clout, and you can use it to spend it for different abilities. Like this one. You spend 2, you lose 2 ritual tokens. If you revealed an object this battle, you deal 4 damage. Sorry, the cards are kind of glossy with the light, but this is your team leader, so that's card number 1 in your deck, pre-constructed deck. So we'll go ahead and put him over on top of the box. Then you have your objective card. Your objective is basically what you're trying to accomplish on your turn, because there's 2 ways to win. Either you accomplish your objective, or you defeat the other player's team leader. You get them down to 0 health. You see, like, the Daimyo right here has 14 health, so if someone were to get him down to 0, I would lose. So the breakdown of the card, it's the Slab City times, because this takes place in Slab City, the whole game, superhero game. Slab City, appropriate. The little symbol right here shows if it's a hero or a villain. So this little horned symbol right here shows that this is a villain's objective. And say defeat 10 opposing characters. So, and then it has a little flavor text on there. Multiple eyewitnesses reported the new villain taunt as true power is your blood on my hands. So, but defeat 10 opposing characters, which you'll do during the game. As soon as that objective is accomplished, the Daimyo would win, or the Shogunate would win. The next we're going to have in the pre-constructed deck is you have locations, and these are played at the beginning. They're shuffled up, and you deal out 6, and you basically you move your team token to different locations, and you're trying to secure locations, because as you secure locations for the game and perform battles, you get different rewards. You can see a couple of them right here. Some don't have art because this is still a prototype, but you can see, like, right here, the Slab City Zoo. It takes place in Slab City because whenever you're doing your deck construction, because you don't have to use the pre-constructed decks, you can build your own decks and see your own different combos. As I was going through a lot of these cards in these decks, I started seeing a lot of different combos, and it got me really excited. Got me harkening back to my days playing Magic the Gathering, when I used to do tournaments and putting together different decks, and I was like seeing combos everywhere, and I'm like, okay, I can build a deck on this, I can build a deck on that. It got me really excited. But back to the locations. Your location deck, as you build it, you have to have a 12-card deck. You're going to shuffle them up and deal out 6, and the face down. And then whenever you secure location during your turn, you get the different resources provided. Like this will give you 2 clout, and then green currency, which is money. Remember, blue civilian, green is money, red is clout. And so whenever you secure it, it says your target character with the shapeshifter / creature icon is +1 juiced. We'll get to that in the playthrough. We'll go through different abilities and stuff. We're just going to look at the cards in the boxes this time. You got different ones. Some of them just they don't have extra abilities. They just give you resources. You know, when you build your location deck, you have to have 1 Slab City card and then 1 team base. You can see the team base for the Shogunate right there is Shiro no Cage. No. It's a team base, so whenever you secure it and you add it to your pile, you'll get a clout, you'll get 2 civilians, and 1 money token. And it says your weapons are +1 juice when they are not attached or attached to a martial artist. So it can come in handy. So we'll go ahead, we'll set those down, and then we get to the meat of the deck. These are all the creatures, the bad guys, the goons of the deck, sidekicks, if you will. You see, to be able to add these to your deck, first they have to match the alignment that's on your objective. So you can see the symbol up there, the little horn thing, so it's a villain alignment. And then also they either have to be generic, which means they have a blank in the symbol, the circle underneath the alignment circle, or they have to be team affiliated. You can see the Diamo, he's got the affiliation, the green affiliation there, a little symbol, Japanese symbol right there. And you can see it if you look really closely underneath the circle right there. So he is team affiliated with him, so he can be in this deck. Some of the ones, they have a blank symbol, not in this deck right here, but they're generic goons. They're just unaffiliated. Then we got the title. This one is Koi. He's got 3 life, and then they got different abilities, just like the Diamo, that you can trigger whenever you play them during the battle. And also over here are different icons that have different keywords for different things they can do, like super strength, you know, the little fist right there, or little pumped arm, super strength, and different abilities that you'll pay. So they got really nice artwork on here. There's an Oni. So that's a basic breakdown. We got a lot of different characters, and there's deck instructions and everything that we'll go through in a later video. The last part, the 5th type of card in the deck, is the item cards. And there can be a maximum of 12 items in your deck. So you got the different ones. It says, got little symbols up here saying what kind of item it is. So you like katana's got a little sword there. If they have a toughness, like let me see, like katana's got 0, you know, they'll be in the upper corner right here, which means that people can deal damage to them and destroy them. But basically, they work the same way. They got different icons like this. You'd pay 1 civilian, so 1 target's damage is -1. So. What is that on the smoke bomb? Yeah, so when you play these during the battle, you'll play them face down, and you'll pay for the resources below them. Then when you flip them face up, the resources come off, and the ability is activated. So I go through. And these decks are really nicely constructed. It's a 40-card deck right here, just like these, not counting your locations and your team leader and your objective. So altogether, it's 54 cards per deck. Altogether. So that one right there is the Shogunate. Take a quick look at the International Crime Syndicate. Right there. Their pre-constructed deck starts off with Obsidian Jaguar. He's got 14 life there. Got a couple abilities. His objective right there as a villain is to have 22 civilians. So to capture 22 civilians. He's got his 12-card location deck right there. His Slab City is the 6th precinct, and his team base is the Monolith. He's got his little sidekicks there. They're all affiliated. They got the International Crime Syndicate symbol right there. And they've got different weapons like Obsidian, what is it? I do not know how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Laser Musket right there. You can see, called 1 clout for that ability. And then what is that? It's a 1, if you pay 1 currency, 1 money, you deal 2 damage or 4 damage if the character is in the opposing player's slot. Wait. 4 damage if the character in the opposing player's slot 1 has not activated an ability. Yeah, because that comes into play during battle with different slots where your cards are at when you play them. The hostage. Ooh, hostage. Ooh, 1 life. Oh. Sometimes I get too enthusiastic and knock the camera around. Let me fix that real quick for a second. So those are the 2 villain decks. And the hero decks are basically the same. We'll go through them real quick. Let's see. You got the Urban Parasites. You can see a little Urban Parasite symbol, a little spider there. This pre-constructed deck is led by the Clover Kid. When you play him, you get the 1 blue and 1 green resource. Got his objective. He's a hero. Control 9 locations. Which is the basic purpose of the game. Is to control the things. Let's see. Do we have any generic goons in this deck? No, we don't. But some of the artwork on these cards are really, really nice. Really good superhero artwork. Different guys they have. So we're going to get to my favorite team. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing here. I want to get to my favorite team. I like this team right here. It's Project Canada. Canada! You got the maple leaf for the team symbol right there. Now this one, the pre-constructed deck, is unique because it has 2 team leaders. You can choose to use one or the other. You can use Commander Canada alone, or you could use Maple Leaf as the team leader. But you can choose to have both of them in play, and that has the Has ability that's at the beginning, or at the top of the card. The ability that's always taking effect right there. See, it says, you may play Maple Leaf, team leader card. If you do, Commander character's health becomes 8, and you only get the starting resources from 1. So you could have both of these in play, because Maple Leaf says the same thing, only refers to having Commander Canada in play. And you could have both of them in play as your team leader. And that way you'd be able to use both or abilities from both team leaders at the same time. Of course, you'd have to choose when you start whether you want to get your 2 blue civilian resources or your 2 green money resources. And start out that way. The objective for this deck, you see he's got the hero icon right there. Defeat 10 opposing characters. Well, that should be pretty easy. This deck is pumped full of stuff. I love it. You got your location deck right here. The hole in the wall bar gives you 1 green. Whenever you secure it, police station will give you 2 clout when you secure it. The hospital will give you 2 civilians when you secure it. Basketball court. Let's see, where's the team base right here? Slow City. And yeah, the rink, the ice rink, appropriate for Team Canada, right? You got your team base. Whenever you secure it, you get 1 clout, 1 civilian, and 2 currencies. And characters you control with super strength are +1 jacked. Really nice. And you've got the different things, like you got a Potulant Penguin. Get a shot of them right there. You got Miss Montreal. I love the artwork on these. Corporal Calgary. Just a note that the characters, sidekicks, and everything you have in your deck, they can't share the same name as your team leader. So if I wanted to only have the Commander Canada team leader there are in the box, there are Maple Leaf cards for sidekicks, and there are Commander Canada cards in there. So if I only wanted to have Commander Canada as my team lead, I could have Maple Leaf in my deck of cards because he does have a hero card. And see, these are all affiliated with Project Canada. They got the Maple Leaf. Let me get to the ones over here. Let's see. See, we got Decibel. See how he doesn't have a symbol underneath him because he is a generic goon. He he is not affiliated with Project Canada. He's just a random hero, and you can add them to any of the decks when you make them. He can go in the Diamo deck. He could go into the International Crime Syndicate deck because he is not affiliated. He has oh no, actually he couldn't go into either one of those decks because those are both villain decks, and he is a hero. So he can go in a deck with any hero objective, but he can't go into any of the villain objective decks. So you got that, and we got Eris right there, and then we've got some superheroes or items like the Cape, which adds special stuff from flight, building wreckage, different stuff that happens. Improvised armor, semi-truck, which rolls through and deals damage to opponents. So that's just a brief look at some of the decks. 4 of the decks that will be available, the team boxes, not really decks, the 4 team boxes for the Convergents. This game is coming to Kickstarter on November 1st, so go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and pledge. Let's get this game funded. This game is really awesome. I'm looking at deck construction. We're going to have a playthrough video coming up, and then a final review video. But I just wanted to give you a little preview of the cards for these, so you have an idea of what's available whenever you pledge on the Kickstarter. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you can get notifications for more videos. And go ahead and tune in for more videos from Logan Chops Reviews. Thank you for watching.